What's up, y'all? It's your girl Jay Renee with Prison Ride Radio. I hope that you're doing well. This afternoon, we got the brother on the phone named Richard Barge. He's going to talk to us about his case. We're going to give him an opportunity to say his piece, and we're going to go from there. So let's jump right into it. All right, bro. How you doing?
I'm doing all right, Jay.
All right. Thanks
Just
for...
trying to,
Go ahead.
just trying to, prove my innocence and get my story out there and, bring attention and awareness, to my situation.
For sure. All right. Tell the people a little bit about yourself and where you from.
All right, my name is Richard Barge. I'm from Camden, New Jersey. I've been incarcerated currently for the last 17 years for a crime that I didn't commit. Just trying to get my story out there once again, bring awareness and attention, to my situation. This is like a sport now in the United States or whatever, just incarcerating innocent men for crimes that they didn't commit. So, just trying to bring awareness and, bring light to my situation.
Yeah, okay, for sure. On the news, we've been seeing brothers left and right getting exonerated. So that goes to show that wrongful convictions do happen. And it sucks that it takes so many years for some of these cases to come to light, but we're going to get into it. So tell us from the beginning, bro, what's led to your wrongful conviction incarceration?
Okay, well, just starting off, I was arrested on December 1st, 2007. I was falsely accused and arrested for a crime I didn't commit based on the sole word of alleged eyewitness, Stephen Goldsboro, who initially told the police on the night that the crime occurred that the person responsible wore a black ski mask and that he couldn't make an identification. Only after, not being satisfied with his original statement, law enforcement continued to badger him and approach him. At that point, I feel like, just reading Discovery or whatever, he had no other choice but, I guess, to implement me, of all people. For what reason, I still don't know to this day. But he continued to give a total, of 10 different statements and 5 different descriptions of who committed the crime. Also, when approached by the victim's mother, the name Rich came up. He also told her that he didn't know who Rich was, but would make an identification if she wanted him to. So some hours after that, she was, escorting him to the prosecutor's office. After conversation with the mother stating that he didn't know who Rich was, couldn't make an identification of who committed the crime, he spent 40 minutes with the lead prosecutor and the detective. And after that, he made an identification. For what reason? Still, baffled. Still, I don't know. And yet, I still sit here, 17 years later, with that being the, I guess, only evidence that they had. But like I said, this guy gave, a total of 10 different statements, 5 different descriptions. During that time, of the crime being committed, I was in the house, which was Thanksgiving night, November 22nd, 2007. So it was 9 days after November 22nd, 2007 that I was arrested on December 1st, 2007. During that time, I was in the house, having Thanksgiving dinner with my girlfriend, with the kids, her mother, and a few other family members. And at that time, I also was recovering from a gunshot wound to my stomach and leg, which I had 60-something staples running down the middle of my stomach. I was heavily on medication, and I was on crutches at the time. So, there's no evidence pointing that I committed this crime. Yet, years later, after all this is said and done in 2019, this gentleman, Stephen Goldsboro, came, back stating the only reason he gave this statement was due to, he wanted to give closure to the family and pressure by the prosecutor's office. And yet I still sit in prison for a crime that I didn't commit.
Okay. So, what is the crime that they convicted you of?
First-degree murder.
Okay. And so I want to dive into, what happened in trial and stuff like that, for you to have an alibi, not only with your health and the fact that you was on crutches and had something going on with your stomach. I've had surgeries and on my stomach area before, and you can't really get around like that. You gotta move extra slow. You can't really stand up. You kind of hunched over. You know what I mean? Just it's like your body does it itself, just as a mechanism to deal with what you got going on. So I know personally how that can be. What happened in trial that led you to end up getting this charge?
Well, I feel as though what led in trial was the fact that they presented this alleged eyewitness, once again, who gave 10 different statements. I want to say they also introduced two jailhouse informants. And these two jailhouse informants basically, I feel like, boasted the credibility or the testimony of this alleged eyewitness or whatever the case may be, due to the fact that they said that I had confessed to them about committing a crime. These two jailhouse informants wasn't just in my case, but they have been in over 10 other cases, repeating the same thing, receiving benefit after benefit, and this never being disclosed during the time of trial. So these guys, were working as jailhouse informants. I would want to say jailhouse agents, and that's one of the reasons. And just this, them holding exculpatory evidence, newly discovered evidence, exonerating evidence that they never exposed or disclosed to my defense, and only after some time. Well, I'm not going to say some time, 17 years later, that this, information has been disclosed. So I feel like, that's a part of why I was found guilty. And, this is not a justice system. I feel like, this is just a system, just to put people away, rather, innocent or guilty. And I can speak for me as an innocent man. So, I feel like that's definitely, part of the reason why, I lost trial.
All right. So your counsel wasn't as effective as they could have been. It seems, you know what I mean, fighting for you. Um. So do you have legal counsel now?
Yes. Going back to what you said about the counsel not being effective, you're absolutely right. And I feel like, him not being effective due to the fact that they hid a lot of exculpatory evidence, a lot of evidence that they had. He wasn't able to be effective as he should have been effective.
Okay.
Yes, I do have private counsel as of right now, represented by Justin Bonus from New York City.
All right. So let me ask you this, bro. What is it that you need from the people that can assist you on being able to get your freedom?
Well, anybody that's listening and that could bring awareness and attention, I'm asking, to put my story, to the front of any platform, anything that you could possibly do to bring awareness to me being incarcerated for a crime that I didn't commit. Also, just knowing that each and every person that step out their doorway each and every day is a step away from prison or jail for something that they didn't commit, especially being a black man in America. When we get down to the root of things, I'm a black man from the inner city of Camden that come from poverty. So, each and every day that I step out the door, I feel like that I'm a target. And I just, anybody that could bring awareness, anybody that could bring attention, anybody that can assist my attorney, that can assist me, that could bring justice and bring, justice to this alleged justice system. And a lot of criminals and a lot of people that we don't know that's criminals are the ones that's in blue. These people are, supposed to be there to serve and protect. And the only thing they're doing is serving the injustice and protecting the wrongdoing of their own. So I ask anybody and everybody that's listening and that could bring attention to please reach out, not just to me, but, reach out to Jay or, my attorney or, any type of information that you could get to me. I just ask, just to bring awareness and help to me. I'm not the only one.
All right, for sure, bro. Do you have any petitions, or how can people connect with you if you have any social media support?
Yes, you can follow me on or reach out to me on Facebook. Richard Barge, just my name. That's Richard. Last name Barge. You can also reach out to my attorney by the name of Justin Bonus. Like I said, out of New York City. His number is 347-920-0160. 60.
All right. I'm gonna give you an opportunity to address the people with anything you feel like they should know, or anything like that. You there?
What what was that, Jay?
I said I'm gonna give you an opportunity. I'd like to give you an opportunity to talk about anything that you think the people should know, something that you might have didn't address, or just some words to leave with them.
Okay. Well, I want to say that back probably want to say about 2.5, 3 years ago, my case was accepted by the Conviction Review Unit, known as the CRU, which is something that the Attorney General has started in New Jersey. For wrongful convictions that's why it's called the Conviction Review Unit, which they review my conviction. They deem me legally innocent, and yet I still sit in prison for a crime that I didn't commit. After that 2-year investigation, they turned up exculpatory evidence. They turned up Brady material. They turned up newly discovered evidence and things like that. Whereas though it shows that I'm an innocent man sitting in prison for a crime that I didn't commit. Like I said, it's a struggle each and every day, being separated, from my family. My son, my only child, that was 2 years, old at the day of my arrest. Now he's 19 years old. Each and every day is a struggle. And like I said, during this 2-year investigation, they came up with, plenty of evidence that is exculpatory, exonerating, newly discovered. And yet I still sit in prison. Like I said, I'm just asking for any help that I can get. I'm, kind of nervous, but I'm grateful for this opportunity that Jay.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
Grateful for this opportunity that Jay has given me. This is my first, podcast. I'm hoping it's not my last, and just hoping that I can help not just myself, but other brothers and sisters that's out there that's innocent, that's wrongfully convicted, that need to bring a light to their situation, that need help, that need guidance, that need people. Everybody needs somebody. So I'm just asking each and everybody that's willing to listen, anybody.
You have 30 seconds remaining.
I just ask for the help.